So we have an artist called Vampire Arts, also known as Cryptid Arts. They keep rebranding themselves every time they get exposed on the internet, and I've seen them plenty of times. And this is a situation where you kind of know that someone has AI in the sauce, and you can't really prove it, but there is enough evidence there to call them out now because, well, they're going to make a mistake eventually. So let's get into it. This is the person in question, going by Vampire Arts, Vanessa. We're going to call her Vanessa for the rest of the video. Now, Vanessa has done, I guess, she writes her own stuff on the side. She says she hates AI, but it's a little bit sussy-wussy when you look at the art. And it has that. These guys love those fucking AI faces, don't they? Don't they? They love those AI faces. So, as you can see here, just from a glance, you can kind of tell that there's a little bit of AI-ish in here. But let's go to a year back. So, Nalo, about a year ago, well, not a year ago, it was roughly several months ago, but I saw them before this. So, they commented about Nadia, and if you don't know who Nadia is, I have an hour-long expose video on her. Feel free to go over at the end of this video, and you'll see Nadia in all of her stupid-ass glory. So here it says, and let me put an explanation to you as short as I can. Layers of fabric melting into each other. Folds are super high detailed on one person, and another person they look unfinished. AI-looking flowers that look like the center is melting into the petals, partially having a different art style within the same artwork. Don't get me started on the key, and the wings don't make sense, or the added details in the muscles, which AI likes to do. So she shows this picture, which is the most famous picture that this is the one that I noticed when I first saw it. And right here, you can see right here, this is kind of it just melts into it, and you can't tell that it like goes back in, so it wouldn't do that. It should have gone with the rest of it, but because she is tracing / rendering or whatever, and she's copying the AI too closely, this is the problem that you get. Now, what's funny about her is that she actually messaged, I think she messaged Nalo or somebody, and she messaged her and said, "Nadia pissed me off so bad, bruh." And the person responded, "I don't know how you have the balls to message me knowing you are no better than Nadia. I know you use AI too, whatever strategy this is. Don't act all high and mighty." Now, this is prominent in the bookish community, and I know that I cover a lot of stuff in the bookish community, and I have for a while now, because this is where the artists are going. It's becoming very, very difficult to find artists who are in the art community for artists that can use AI, and an artist won't figure them out almost immediately. Because once we see AI, we sniff AI, we're like, that's AI, don't talk to that person, okay? And it's a little bit more difficult when, like, the bookish community it's kind of a back and forth between them. So the bookish community needs artists, and artists needs the bookish community. So typically, the type of people that you tend to follow are people who are your customers, or will be your customers. So they'll follow, instead of a bunch of artists, they'll follow a bunch of authors and a bunch of writers, and then eventually we'll come to them. I tried looking for a book cover semi-recently, and I got a bunch of people who literally, I even put it on there. I was like, if you use AI, I'm literally going to call you out. I'm going to do a video on it, so that's coming. But these types of people tend to hide in plain view because they're not typically followed by other artists. And when other artists start getting the whiff, then we're like, hey, you know what? This is very suspect. So maybe you don't trust this person. And because there's authors out there that want to defend the person that they just purchased from, or artists who maybe might not have an eye for AI, or normal people who just follow the artist, defending them. That's how we get to this situation where there's people defending a person who's using AI deeply in their process. So there was already a buyer beware, and this was a little over a year ago. This is probably about when I saw her. And it says egghead.scientists/cryptids. Like I said, she tends to skip around and make sure that you can't keep finding her under the same username, similar to how Nadia acts. So we're going to go over this. I really didn't want to do this, but with the rampant use of AI in our community, I feel like it is my duty to report what happened. I commissioned Egghead, that scientist, who has since changed her username to Cryptids, and my experience with them was less than stellar. And it says, hello, thank you so much for your interest. I am available. What are you interested in? And she shows this from under the tree or over the tree. I don't remember. I just really like this. I like this manga story, whatever. Manhwa. Something like this, but with the vibe, with different characters. Instead of the roses, I would like sunflowers with these two. I was told that I would receive a sketch, but instead I was given this fully completed image that was also not what I asked for. I clearly stated I wanted sunflowers. This was strike one. Received, I'll update you with a sketch ASAP. Hold on, how much time? Oh, it doesn't even show. It doesn't show how much time in between. That's unfortunate. But it does say here that, you know, it's 2025, and she shows this image here, which is the guy hugging the girl, and there's roses and stuff. I finished the piece. What do you think? I didn't add his wings because it would block the background, kind of. And she goes, oh, I thought you were going to send a sketch first, but I wanted sunflowers instead of roses, and the girl needs to be a bit more on the chubby side, as she is plus size, and I would really like the wings, even if it does block the background more, and I'm sorry for so many changes. That was her own damn fault. Cryptid should have known better. But, you know, she's using AI, so she wanted to finish it ASAP, probably got the money, and was just like, oh, I'll just finish it. But she had to... This is a thing, like, Cryptids knows how to draw. She knows how to draw. She knows how to paint, because her painting is, I would say it's probably like 80% her painting, her ability to paint. And the rest of it is her being aided by the AI. And it says, along with the wings not being added in the completed image, something about it felt off to me. I don't like to throw accusation around about using AI, but something in my gut felt as though there was something at play here. When I asked them for changes, they made me feel like it was such a chore, even though that whole debacle could have been solved if they had just sent the sketch first. I let it go, not willing to push anymore since I already had a bad feeling. I admit that part was on me, and I should have spoken up sooner. The artist then proceeded to post the commission on their page, and not the final one I approved. All in all, it was an odd experience. A little while later, I saw this posted, and not too long after, I received a message from a trusted fellow author that there were some others who had a similar experience to mine and also suspected there was AI in use. And it says here, you can see here where she's, oh, so she's like trying to get pity party points. It says, Egghead, that scientist, for this image. Like, bitch, these characters aren't even looking at each other. Do the work. Just fucking draw. What's wrong with you? And it says here, artwork I did for a mean client. Bitch, why would you even write that? I wouldn't even put that. I would never do that. Dumbass. As an artist, your hard work isn't always appreciated. I'm sharing it regardless because it's one of my best works. You mean your best traced? Okay. Well, these characters aren't even looking at each other. She's looking at his nose. He's looking at her nose. Or maybe the bridge of her face. Definitely not her eyes. Like, he is looking at her nose and she's looking at his mouth. It's so intimate, we're not even looking at each other's eyes anymore, guys. Anyway, aside from the potential AI usage for these commissions, I found the artist's behavior to be incredibly unprofessional on top of everything else. I attempted to reach out to the artist and get to the bottom of things. The World of Aragon says, hello, it has come to my attention that there may have been some usage of AI in a commission I purchased from you, and considering the issues I had regarding the commission, not being given a sketch, and not having it be what I asked for, I would like to request that the art be removed from your page. I cannot have my name as an author associated with AI art. I will be requesting a refund from PayPal if you cannot prove to me that you actually did this art without the use of AI. Thank you. So, of course, she goes, unfortunately, I can't prove with a speed paint because the art was done a while ago. Girl, this is what I mean. Y'all gotta save your speed paints because we can tell if you did the performative version of speed paints. Anyway, cleared it from my Procreate. I had a little issue with a client, and I believe she's spreading false information about my art being AI generated to further upset more people that have supported me. It's always that. You know what I mean? It's always, oh, woe is me. They've caught me and now I'm in trouble. What am I going to do? Like, girl, you already know what you've done. You know what you've done. They're just mad at me because I'm popular. No, they're mad at you because you did some shitty shit and you just salty. You just salty. Anyway, I tried resolving it with her, but she ended up ghosting. No, she didn't. Girl, you probably blocked her. I'm not sure what I can do for you to prove that my skill is real. Perhaps create a speed paint of something new. Nope, that doesn't work. To show you. Regardless, I hope we can clear the air. Nope, new speed paints don't negate old work. You know? She then posted on Threads regarding the situation and admitted to using AI. Right here it says, I wanted to make a statement about some recent gossip around my beautiful name. Girl, you cringe, dude. Oh my god, you're cringe. My beautiful name? What a fucking ego. Okay, Tyler Catastrophe. Okay. I can't even with people who fucking talk like this. Like, talk for real. Be so for real. Like, you do. No, you don't talk like this online. It reads like 2009 DeviantArt. I am posting my emo pictures for attention. I had a little disagreement with one of my clients and I acted a bit rude in the DMs. I shouldn't be so harsh. These people don't really know me. I apologize, but I won't be pushed around. I'm not going to be bullied. It's not like I'm acting like a bitch or anything. It's not like I'm scamming them or anything. Okay. When I deliver one, but 2 finished products for you, when you only paid for 1, bitch, they were AI. It doesn't even matter how much she paid you. Like, you should feel like gratitude. You should like bow that you even got paid for selling AI shit. Okay. When you only paid for 1 and all you have is complaint after complaint, it sets me off. I spent so much time on my art and I really put my heart into it. And when you're nitpicky, it sends me off and then makes the revisions you keep on requesting. Sorry. And when you're nitpicky, it sets me off from then making the revisions that you keep requesting. You're not entitled to free revisions because your lack of communication. If you're friendly and nice about it, that's a different story. Dude, can you imagine? Like, she's sitting there and she's using AI in her process, and it's like, she just finishes the whole fucking work, and then they're like, yo, dude, this doesn't even look like my character. This isn't even what I wanted. And then, like, the person is being clear. Like, that person, World, hold on. We're going to go into a little tangent. World had clearly said 100%, use the sunflowers. I kind of wanted to like this, but I wanted the wings on there. And Cryptid or Vampires decided that she was just going to do whatever the fuck she wanted, finish it up and send it out and go, there you go. I'm a printer. Here, I printed it out for you. Is this what you wanted? And they go, nope, you need to fix that. And then what do you expect? You get all pissy and bitchy because the person doesn't like the work because he didn't fucking do the work. Like, how much? I would love to know how much of the work is AI that you do. I think you take the pose, you take the clothes, you have to, and then you probably do a general sketch over. And there's parts of it that is yours. I would say if I had to like put a line on it on your art, Cryptid such a vampire, Vanessa, I would say it is 60-40. I would say 60% of it is yours, 40% is the AI. Because you lean on it too hard, way too hard for it to be entirely yours. You're just not that good. So I just think that it's rich that she would talk like this about customers when it's giving I'm so popular. Everyone hates me. You know, like, you know the one meme that's like, why is everyone so mean to me? And like, it's like a person with their bare ass. It's like that. it's fucking that. Anyway, she goes, the rumors. Also, there's rumors about me using AI generated art. Now, I have occasionally, dude, shut up, used an AI generator to generate some specific objects for me for visual aid. It just helps me because it's hard to find. No, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Like, if you're, okay, listen, if you're assumed to be using fucking AI in your process and then you say outward, you know what? I do use AI and I generate images. You basically already, it doesn't matter what you put afterwards. You just said, I occasionally use AI. I occasionally used an AI generator. Fuck the rest of the sentence. Doesn't matter. The rest of the sentence doesn't matter. Once you admitted that part, we already know that you use AI. It doesn't matter what comes afterwards. I will say that someone like Yume, who was open about her process, where, I use AI to do this, I use AI to do that. I don't think she uses AI anymore, but I'm not 100% sure. If someone else can correct me. But ever since then, she does get accused when some of her art is too good. People assume that AI is involved, even if AI is not involved. So it's really just yikes o'clock. Because once you admit to using a generator and you're generating anything for your work, something that could easily be found, it's kind of over for you. Like, oh my God. And I know there's going to be some people in my audience, but I use AI for blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. But I feel like if you're an artist and you're generating AI for your pieces so you can look for something, I really feel that you can find a reference. There's what would you have done before 2022, bitch? What would you have done? Nothing? You wouldn't have done nothing? Come on. You would have figured something out. Artists live before 2022 without having to generate. So I would love to see what your art looked like before 2022. We'll do a dive into her art later though. Anyways, I reached out once more and asked for the art to be removed from her feed. So I saw your thread where you admitted to using AI, and even if it was just for reference, that alone makes me incredibly uncomfortable, and I'm asking you once again that you remove my commission from your feed. I do not want my name associated with you or your brand in any way, shape, or form. And she goes, I'm sorry you feel that way. Unfortunately, you can't tell me what I can and cannot post. However, I'll remove your tag. What a fucking cunt, dude. What a fucking bitch. Just on personality alone, you shouldn't work with something like this. This person, she's gotta go. She's gotta go. Don't do, like, this person was very professional and was like, hey, please remove it. I just feel very uncomfortable. I just don't want my name associated with it. You can't tell me how to run my Instagram page. I'm gonna be a bitch about it. Really? She then blocked me from Instagram and Threads. I sincerely hope no one has had this unfortunate experience with her, or any other for that matter. I paid a licensing fee on top of their regular commission fee, and it was not cheap, and now I am saddled with a commission that I can no longer use or for any sort of marketing. I don't like to name and shame and can generally just move on from bad experiences with people. But when you try to take advantage of people and then you try to turn around on the people handing you a good amount of money, I am not one to stand idly by. For my fellow indie authors, please do your research and follow your gut when it comes to commissioning from artists. Real artists with real integrity will understand that you have dozens of questions, wanting revisions, and even having a sort of contract to protect your IP and your reputation. The moral of the story is stay safe and listen to your gut. So let's see what happens right here. So it says, the artist did a commission for me last year and I loved it. I've been recommending them to different authors ever since then, and I have to apologize for this. In February, I paid for a very different commission, and the quality was questionable. I was so surprised because their work from last year was so good with no AI usage. They also took over a month to deliver, and I'm stuck now because now I have paid over $100 and can't use the artwork. Someone else says here, thank you, another author. Thank you so much for bringing this to my attention. I had less than a pleasant experience with this when I commissioned them. I was left unhappy with my commission despite still posting it. However, I did not know they used AI, and I do not support AI in any way, shape, way, or form. Thank you for informing me, and this entire experience felt stilted. And I'm going to reach out to a new artist and redo this particular piece. Another person said, I had the same experience with her. I worked with her several times before and had good experience, but my last commission was, for the lack of a better word, a shit show. Didn't send a sketch first, didn't produce anything I asked for. She admitted she didn't produce what I asked for and said she would make changes but never did. Also, she posted the commission immediately even though it needed a million changes. Sent it to my artist friend who said part of it looked to be traced over AI. She's been in my DMs freaking out and acting extremely unprofessional, so yeah, no longer working with them. And I'd also like to add a vouch for you that they are very risky to work with. Let's see, is there anybody else who's had this experience? Yeah, so that is the call out that happened a little bit over a year ago. Also, yes, Do not harass anybody, obviously, from this, because it's just ridiculous. Oh, somebody else says, just to add to my experience, I didn't know that she robbed me of $320. So when she got called out for the first time, she goes, Nayla Arts blocked me. I was defending you on Threads when people were calling you out for bad behavior. You blocked me, and then you posted this unprompted and said, let's see how long it takes before she blocks me. I have always been kind to you, so I am very confused. Also, I don't use AI. I use it for Shut up, dude, shut up. You've admitted to too much already. You just telling yourself. Please take a chill pill on the public dragging. And someone thinking that they got Naylu by the balls. Okay, so another question. Why can't she contact you on here? For what reason did you block through here and leave other avenues like Instagram open? Because I wanted to limit her in my space. And well, I literally said I would wait to see her block me, and if she doesn't, I'll just do it myself sooner or later. I had her on the radar for months. Her messaging me and acting as if she is not like Nadia made me snappy. She shouldn't have done that. She should have known better. So now let's get to the part where Rogue Fox says this is a known AI artist / scammer, is known under vannpire.art. Her AI use is hard to spot because she can actually draw, but beyond that, I know for a fact that she is incredibly unprofessional to work with. And there's a post from it was 2 days ago, but it was shared here, and it says, let's see, I tried to warn people, do not work with cryptid arts on Instagram. She is a scammer. She will take forever to commission. She will not give you the commission you asked for because she does not follow directions. She will ignore you. Instead of fixing the problem in sketch mode, she will continue and keep going. And then when you ask for revisions, she will tell you that you have excessive revisions, when in reality, she never got the picture right to begin with. Do not give her money. And this was back in March. He goes, I worked with her last year. I'm out of money because she used AI. And yes, she also ignores your directions. How is she still taking commissions confuses me. I lost a lot of money after finding out she uses AI, and PayPal wouldn't help me in the slightest. Are you guys sure it's AI? Her artwork goes back years, way before AI. It's good. A lot of it has been hand-drawn in watercolor. I understand the anger, but is this person an author? Is this person an artist? Okay, listen, sweetie. Nope. You're a reviewer. You don't know anything. She did a post about it. Also, the way she did my sketches and then never got them right makes me think so too. And then there was a recent post about that time. Recently, I've been accused of AI art. I am honestly so tired of the AI witch hunt and baseless accusations, and I don't participate in the cancel culture within the art community. Okay, well, you know what? You're probably having this nasty-ass attitude because you have to benefit off of this. And I'm sure you're just going to keep changing your name. People still keep finding you. And you know what? The moment you change your name and someone figures out who you are again, I'm just going to add it to the list on my video so people can still keep finding you. I'm really mentally exhausted and depressed when people try to drag my artwork. Hopefully this helps. I'm being very vulnerable here because I hate knowing people are watching me draw because you lying. That's why. You literally have years of art on here. It's very easy to see your development as you scroll. Nope. This person doesn't know enough. Those people need to go and touch grass. I'm sorry you're going through this. Authors are constantly getting accused of the same. Now, before we go and we look at her body of work, what I'm going to say is there is no absolute strong proof that she's used AI in her process, but there is a pattern of behavior where she cannot change the images that she has already created, in quotations. She is a good painter, so she is able to paint over AI images. On top of that, she is a bad professional because she can't handle any criticism. So I would be very wary about, dealing with this person because clearly she takes art off of her page. She puts art back on her page. I think every time she gets caught, she tries to renew her style and remove what was there, and she only got caught and started doing something else. So, in general, try to have an ounce of nuance, because there's no full hard proof, but there is enough to say that this person's probably using AI in their process. So let's go over to Let's go over to her Instagram account and look it over. So here we have a very, very painterly process, and this is a week ago. So this does suffer from a little bit of AI-ism. It's doing a little bit of the stuff that Nadia does, just a little bit, but she's a better painter than Nadia. So right here is the, like, I feel that she's probably using Nano Banana, possibly. It's just an idea, because I don't know why I feel it's Nano Banana. I just feel Nano Banana's in this because, like, I don't know. It's the vibes. I'm very much about the vibes. But one of the things for me is that the characters never fucking look at each other. They're never looking at each other. And also, it's always about the ears too. For me, it's about the ears. I don't know. I feel like she tried to cover up some of the AI-ism. Like, okay, so this is her arm, right? And there should be some foreshortening here. But you're telling me that her hand is so small that it doesn't go all the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's caressing around the neck, but it's like also supposed to be on his shoulders, so around him. I'm just feeling like there's an AI issue behind this neck, and the hair is covering the problem. This also here is probably it's the putting the dark lines on top of everything for me. I feel that she probably gets these AI images and she generates them. I feel like she probably generates off of like a TensorArt or not midjourney. I don't think she's not good enough of a painter to paint over a midjourney image. And then she puts her own style on it and then proceeds to paint over it. And then she adds these dark lines to give more definition, like the sketch is still there. It's very sus to me. You know what I mean? Especially when there's no sketch and she keeps part of it and then she erases part of it. I don't know. It's very suspicious. I would have to see all these. You know what I mean? I would have to see where these come from. Like, she's such a good painter, but you know what it is for me? It's definitely the eyes, the faces that she has. And I know some people are going to be like, but Nim, I draw exactly the same way with those faces. No, you don't. No, you don't. Here's another one where the characters aren't looking at each other. I is down here. Her is looking at here. Like, and I'm sure if we really looked down deep, we could probably find more AI-isms, but she tends to paint over those better than most people. But it's more she's a little bit more covert. It's also this. I am certain this came from an AI image that she maybe found or she liked, because these hands aren't it, bruh. This is bad. This is not a good hand. It's showing a skill gap. You know what I mean? Like, it's showing a defined skill gap. Like how would you, like, look at her fingers, dude. And it feels performative to put the lines on there. Do you see what I mean? Like, she has this super hyper realistic, like, painterly shit, and then suddenly there's lines added because she doesn't want it to look AI. Let's see, are these characters looking at each other? No, they're not. They're not even looking at each other's lips or noses. They're just... This is like 2 weeks ago. You see what I mean with the hands? Like, if that's the thigh goes in. Did she fix it? It's hard to tell. Like, see how she's okay at drawing hands here? Oh god. Okay. See, it's another one of those. I think she's able to render like this because some of the rendering seems real, but I think that she's probably not good at drawing hands, because how could she draw this that looks okay and this, but then also draw this busted shit here? It's more of this characters not looking at each other shit. And this is a good hand, this is a good hand. Like, what are these characters doing? And the ears are different. She's rendering the ears different every single time. This is one where I was like, yeah, she's this is some AI shit. So this is his hoodie, right? And her fingers are delicately touching the top of the hoodie. like not pressing down, not putting her hand on it. Is this the hardest hoodie in the world? Is this a leather hoodie that doesn't move at all? Like, I feel like when you don't see the painted over part, you can kind of tell that this is AI. This is an AI face. This is likely Stable Diffusion, that Toon Boom version something. Whatever is the newest version of this, that's what that is. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of tensor art. Here is an example. Do you guys kind of see what I'm talking about? Like, for her men, the way she draws men, it's very like this. Like, you can do a lot on these websites without ever having to pay for anything. You know? You don't really need to do much. I mean, look at these here. Like, this is literally good enough to... Someone like her would literally paint over this. And this is just Z image, Niji looking. I wouldn't doubt if she's using tensor art. She already says that she uses AI. So as we go further back, we start to see more of her real work. It's still mixed, like her real style. This is definitely probably a Stable Diffusion something. I would say this is too. Let's see, where is the Stable Diffusion stuff stop? I think she drew this for real. I think she also drew this for real. I would believe she drew this too. And this is 2024, so this is when AI wasn't as good, but I could tell she was testing it. I feel she was testing it here. She was probably testing it here, maybe. She was definitely testing it here, possibly, maybe not. I would say here too. How long ago was this? Probably for poses, I think. I think she was using it for poses because this looks incredibly traced. This looks very traced. Like, I don't believe that she drew this on the 12th and this on the 13th. I just don't. Look at these hands, dude. Look at this. You can't. She didn't even draw the other hand. This is traced shit. And this is her using probably Stable Diffusion and then painting over it. Or trying to, because how often is she posting all these images? Like, this is the same character as this character, but you also do this? Like, the more we go back, the more we find, like, this, like, her real shit. Like, her real style. She had such a good style. Like, if she had focused more on working through this a little bit, because it was very attractive. Like, this is very cute. This is very cute. And I know I know some artists use, like, they find like AI shit and then they use the poses, whatever. If it's already generated, whatever. You shouldn't, but people do it anyway. Some people can't even tell. But based on her history, there has been, like, her improvement is enough. Like, I believe she drew this one. I don't know why I do. It's not of the same quality as the others. Like, this is the 1st of 2024. This is the same fucking day. Same art. This is a few days later. You know what I mean? Like it's just you can tell that she's working on, you can tell that she is definitely working on painting. But this painting versus these paintings up here are very different. Like she's using a realistic model that paints realism, and then she's emulating some of the painting, and then she's drawing some stuff on top of it. Because she's not, like, the thing is that she's not that good at some things. Like, so she's trying to soften some of the problems with her art by adding these hard black edges. So it seems like, I would say, like, come on, dude, come on. And then there's, like, a little bit of issues with the way that she renders. Like, some of this is weird. This is weird here. And I can't really tell how this guy is holding onto her neck if her hair is in the way, kind of thing. And if you guys are really into supporting me, please go over to my Patreon, and that really helps out the channel. Oh no, sorry. Anyway, like I said, if you guys want to support me, feel free to follow my channel and go over to my Patreon if you want to support me in more than one way, because The more you guys follow me there and watch these videos, subscribe to my Patreon, that means I can give you guys more content so I don't have to do other stuff. Also, I wanted to know, what did you guys think? Have you guys interacted with this person? Do you think that after this video is out, do you think that she'll stop? Do you think she'll rename herself? Can you tell where an artist has used AI in their process? Do you have an eye for it? Or if you don't, whatever. I kind of just wanted to see where you guys are at as far as, like, I know some people can't tell AI from non-AI. Do you think that people who render like this and then add the black lines, do you think that that is a way to circumvent that they actually need to use AI? Because if they didn't have the black lines, they wouldn't know what to do with certain parts of the artwork. Because it shows, if you look over at multiple people's pieces, it looks like they have issues when it comes to, like, rendering between different things, right? So if she's supposed to wear a bracelet, they're not good at rendering that part, and they can't, so they'll have a dark line there. Or between, like, it's called, like, occlusion lighting or whatever. They don't have enough skills to do the bounce light. That would be the shadow of the face in the hair, for example. They don't have that skill, so instead they'll just draw it with a black line or a softer line so you guys can see that they did draw it. That's the evidence they drew it. But I do think that she strongly takes her poses from AI and the style from AI, because the faces are no longer her faces. They're very, very different, and they really, really like it sounds so stupid, because couldn't you, like, it's a level of, like, laziness. Like, you can't even, like, they haven't gotten their own style, and she had her own style before, but she lost it along the way. She's tracing too much. And if you trace too much, you end up literally looking exactly how the thing is that you trace from. You know, when I started drawing Sonic stuff, I was tracing a lot of Sonic stuff. So I can draw Sonic shit really well now. I've always been able to draw Sonic shit. So, I mean, they are learning by having to do all this extra work. But overall, it's still a scam, because they didn't do what the customers were asking. And then they're saying that the customer is... They're basically saying customer is always wrong, I'm always right, while not giving the customer what they wanted, and then bitching about how mean the customers are when you didn't do the work. You're like, okay, I'm going to send you a sketch. Here's the finished piece. Like, dude, what do you mean? What do you mean? Bitch, you crazy. All right, guys. I wanted to thank you for coming, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.